We'll be underway with round 9 of 11 here. We have 6 players remaining from our almost 180 that we started out with here. Dave, just joining us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on this Twitch channel and play a ton of different Constructed. I'm joined here by my buddy Matthew Belmonte for our first ever Hoaglandia Open. If you have feedback on this event and you're a subscriber, you can give that to us on Discord. If you're not a subscriber, you can give feedback to us using that hashtag Hoaglandia Open on Twitter. I'm going to be checking those. Here this evening. We'll be heading down on into our match of Pie Master Pie versus Jace the Man Sculptor. Usernames here in a moment. We'll be playing, looks like Grixis Aggro versus Kethis combo here.
Cool. Back to some Grixis. That'd be cool. That deck had some trouble getting off the ground in the one time we watched it today. So I'm excited to see kind of if it can get...
Yep. Yeah, there were a couple... I believe there was another Grixis aggro deck that went out in the last match, too. So we had a couple of people on Grixis that made deep runs, I believe.
Cool. This one's a little bit different than what we saw. It says, like, Ashiok Dream Renders, has Mire Tritons, Phoenix of Ash.
Okay, yeah. So it's got main deck Kroxa then, right?
Yeah, 4 of them, yep.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, bigger than the ones that we saw with... what's the card called? The Firstborn, the 2-drop, the red-black guy.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I'm into this. This is a build similar to something we've been working on stream a little bit, and I like the look of it a lot. Excited to see it make a deep run in the event. It's always validating when like something that you've been working on and tuning, it's like, okay, it makes a deep run.
Yeah. This looks sweet. Boy, these Ashiok Dream Renders are going to be completely nuts.
Great, let's do it. This is not quite quarterfinals, but top 6 with our double elimination bracket.
Yeah. Congrats to everybody who played today. It's been awesome to watch.
Excellent hand tier for the Kethis combo up top. These are just like exactly the types of cards you want in an aggressive matchup like this. I think you'd keep this in the dark, but like knowing what matchup you're playing, you're super excited to have this hand.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you.
Our Grixis player have off to a little bit of a rough start. Like, their opening hand was close. I kind of agree with their mulligan, and then they got punished by having an O-land 6 there.
Yeah, the good thing about it though is like this Mire Triton, they know is not particularly good in the matchup. So like being able to bottom that is pretty smart.
I actually don't mind them keeping the Mire Triton here because you play things like Kroxa and like Phoenix of the Ash. Mire Triton in a way kind of fuels. Can draw cards with its downtick. In a lot of ways in this Grixis deck, it's an Elvish Visionary that's a 2/1.
That's fair.
Mire Triton also able to attack in and trade with their various 1/3s, whereas like the Knight that got bottom there is very difficult to attack into 1/3s.
That's true. It's also true. Yeah, plenty of lands here. I guess there's not really a lot going on here for the other end of the table.
So Teferi here, kind of a tough choice. Maybe Steve not quite realizing what they want to do there, playing the untapped land and then deciding they'd rather replay the Mire Triton out.
Yeah. All right, again, just like more lands here, but Tamio is going to be a nice pickup later on here.
We see I really like this play on Pai's part. This Teferi is just going up here. This is really good when you know the Kroxa's lurking on the other side of the board. You want to be able to bounce that should they escape the 6/6.
For sure.
Royal Scions is an interesting one. Kind of get to churn through and get a little bit of card selection here. This is a card that's like really kind of failed to break into Standard, but it's actually had some success in Modern, right? Like this card sees play as a 1/2 of in Grixis Shadow in Modern.
Yeah, it's really powerful. I'm actually pretty surprised it hasn't seen a bunch of play. I think that's just a symptom of the 2 colors that it is, rather than like the power level of the card.
Yep, I completely agree. The support for blue-red in Standard just has not been there. We actually see Royal Scions fill a very similar role in this Grixis deck as it does in Grixis Shadow, which is that it's an extra source of trample.
Yeah, that's super nice against these Planeswalkers, especially with the Lazav hanging out.
We see Pai flipping into what's kind of the backup plan in this Kethis combo deck of 2 Uros getting flipped over with this Tamiyo. So one of the real appeals to the Kethis deck is that it's not a dedicated combo deck. It can also play this fair game plan by like putting Uro into play and attacking with it.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this Grixis deck has 2 Ashiok Dream Renders in the main deck also, so would have been a nice pickup. Doesn't look like they're going to get there here, but definitely digging for those.
Yeah, I assume we're going to see a Stomp here happen, just because otherwise they'll discard it to Regisaur next turn. I like the Stomp on the Teferi, because this way if the Teferi wants to bounce the Regisaur, it's not going to be able to bounce the Kroxa the following turn.
Sure. Well. Digging for here, just Kethis. Yeah.
That's more like it.
Yep, gotta bounce that there, because with Royal Scions ready and waiting to give First Strike and Trample, it'll go right. Oh god, I forgot Laz copies. Oh, yeah. That's so gross.
So Laz,
like somewhere in my mind, I knew that like the Laz was gonna get.
It's so sweet.
I knew that the Lazarus was gonna get to copy the Uro, but like when it actually happened at the same time, I was like, oh right, that's the thing.
It's so sick. Just hanging out.
So Steve struggling to catch up here. 7-6 and the 4-3. Pai still at 25. Definitely feels like Pai's game to lose.
Yeah. Wow, that was brutal. And there's Kethis finally, and I think there's 4 Mox in the graveyard.
Yep. We see Diligent Excavator named on the Tamiyo here. Pai, no stranger to their archetype. They know exactly what they're looking for to combo this game out.
I have a plan.
Thinking about casting some spells here. They've got all these Mox in. So gosh, they could activate Kethis and cast the Ruinous Blast from the bin here, right?
Exactly. They could Ruinous Blast from the bin. This is sweet.
Yeah. The Uro Ruinous Blast. We saw Ruinous Blast be super awkward in the Planeswalker matchup with the last Kethis deck, and this is a place where it can really shine here.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's so funny. And Lazav copying Uro is just not a real.
It's just completely disgusting. Okay, and I'd be very surprised if Ruinous Blast doesn't happen here. Gosh, they have 2 more Moxen too, so they get to like Ruinous Blast and then like cast a Teferi and draw a card if they want, or like sure, whatever, dealer's choice. Do they have lethal?
Oh,
can they just kill them with Oath of Gaius here?
Yeah, I think they do. They can bounce Oaths with the Teferis.
With the Teferis too? Yeah, I think we might have lethal.
Fast. With how fast they're doing it, it makes me believe.
Yes, I think they've counted it, and it's gonna be. Listen, Pai, if you don't have lethal here, it's gonna be a little embarrassing. I guess with 4 Mox, the sky's the limit, huh? Their bottleneck here is they need to have enough legendaries to recast it twice more, and it definitely looks. Oh, they don't even need that, right? Because they just bounce it with Teferi.
Right, they have plenty.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're gonna be heading to a game 2 rather quickly here.
Gosh, they're so mechanically quick too.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get quick with this deck because you have to do the same things over and over and over again. And that really shows a good, like, why it's bad to pigeonhole on one thing. Like, I was so focused on, like, we've Ruinous Blast them here that, like, I missed the fact that, like, these Oath of Gaius were lethal.
Let's just kill them instead.
Yep.
Yeah, this was really great. That was a well-played game, too. Little unfortunate mulligan again from the Grixis player, but this deck is so powerful, this Kethis combo deck.
Yep. Take a look as we head on into sideboarding here. The Grixis deck has some tools. We've got an Ashiok in the sideboard to pair with the Ashioks in the main deck. So main deck Ashiok, very reasonable here. Noxious Grasp does kill the namesake of the deck. Lava Coil is very reasonable.
Yeah, there's Lava Coil. Duress is interesting because you want to hit the Planeswalkers. It's a little embarrassing against Tamiyo, but...
Yeah, I almost think Duress isn't good enough. So, like, there are a number of cards you don't mind hitting with Duress, but the raw density of cards Duress hits here isn't particularly high.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really like a lot of stuff on the Kethis side, but like I don't know if they really need a bunch.
Yeah, on the Kethis side, they have a little we saw a little bit of removal come in there in the form of Legion's End, which I think is fine. That exiles Kroxa, even though it escapes for 4 mana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, pretty decent hands on both sides, all things considered here.
I probably would snap them off on both sides. Everybody's got 2 into 3. I mean, that's probably pretty much where you want to start.
I can't understate how good the hands are in Kethis that just like have all your colors in them. Like one of your points of failure in the deck is you're a 4-color deck that doesn't have fetches and shocks like you would in Modern. So like there's definitely a real failure rate where you just like don't cast your spells sometimes.
Makes sense.
Gosh, I think I'd be inclined to ditch a land tier.
Yeah, I'd say that the Grixis deck has to hit a land.
If the Grixis deck finds their 3rd land on time, they are going to be in an incredible spot. So he says, you love to see it. You love to see it, Maddie. All right, what do you start with? I like it. Love it. So Ashiok gets to fill up the Grixis player's graveyard while also exiling Pai.
Exactly. Like this Phoenix of Ash is going to get going pretty quickly. There's Kroxa that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with on the Kethis end, so big fan. The Kethis deck's in a lot of trouble here already on the third turn.
Yep, I agree. Ashiok just such great utility in this format out of the Grixis deck. Like it's main deck graveyard hate, it's hate for searching your deck and things like that, and then it also enables your escape cards here very elegantly.
Yeah, the fact that it mills you and does not exile you is humongous. If it was uniform that it exiled both, it'd be horrible.
Or if it exiled whoever you were targeting. The fact that you get to play it as an enabler in these decks is really, really clean.
Right. Tamiyo's pretty annoying here.
But I mean, like, the extra value of Tamiyo here is negated just by the Ashiok existing, right?
Exactly.
Now, Steve was fortunate to hit their 3rd land, but the struggle to hit the 4th here is going to be a big deal. They need to close this game out. So second Kroxa in the bin here. Unfortunately for Steve, when the Legion gets ended here, it's going to take all of the Kroxas, even the other ones in the discard pile.
Yeah.
Not quite the Severed Legion that we have up here, but the Legion's End will be up in a moment.
All right. Hit Mox Amber.
Okay. All right. This deals with the Regisaur.
Yeah.
There's the 4th land. So like, and actually this actually works out really well for Steve. They don't even get to make the decision. They don't get to pick between Kroxa or Nicol Bolas.
Right.
Oh, we're playing the Phoenix. Okay, you want to just like pressure the Tamiyo? I suppose that makes sense.
Could be fine. Down to 5 on that.
They might want to wait to Ashiok here because they only have so many more activations. Okay, so Steve's thinking they have enough cards in their graveyard. They're trying to just like nab random useful stuff off of Pai's deck at this point.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Pretty into it.
Yeah, I was really kind of surprised they elected to play the Phoenix instead of the Nicol Bolas last turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fair. And this is a really nice one though for Uro. It's got another land. And if we get that Legion's End off the table, we're going. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, so Tamiyo would prevent the Nicol Bolas's discard, but Nicol Bolas puts a larger body into play, and it's mana efficient to play the Bolas out last turn. So I think that's the real appeal. You don't play Bolas in a matchup like this because you're excited to get cards in their hands. You play it because it kills them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be a game. This game's going to be tough. So like the Ashiok shuts off the combo aspect of this deck. Although we could see, I mentioned maybe they didn't want to activate the Ashiok last turn. We could see that be relevant here.
Yeah, if they want to cash it in and get 2 of these Uros.
Yeah, so the problem is they get to take these Uros out of PyPy's graveyard, but PyPy has the 3rd Uro in hand and a Tamiyo to like fill their graveyard back up.
Yeah, it's quite strong in unison. So rough.
Interesting. So we see Steve elect to just pressure Tamiyo extra as opposed to. Yeah, I wish I had a deck count on PyPy. I feel like they're probably close to half here, or maybe 2/3. Probably about 20 cards in the bin there, maybe.
Yeah, between the exiles and their graveyard.
It's actually worth noting. It'll be interesting to see if we see. No, I guess they don't have enough cards. I'd say we could see Uro escape Uro, but they're actually short on cards to do that.
There's 3 lands in the bin. So.
Yeah, I agree with the assessment in chat. I think if Steve manages to lose this game, it will be in large part because they were too aggressive with their Ashiok down ticks.
Yep.
I think had they been a little bit more conservative with them and like rationed them out a little bit more, they could have gotten more value out of it.
I think this is the 3rd. Or sure which one.
I believe this is the 3rd Uro and the last Excavator, if my checks were correct when they scrolled over their exile there. Looks like the mouse over there said 22 cards when they clicked into it.
Okay.
So 20 cards left. And again, we're going to see here, it doesn't really look like PyPy's going to combo anytime soon, but just like this Uro's about to just like show up and go to work. And again, we can see here, Steve has elected the last 2 turns now to activate this Kroxa. Or activate the Phoenix. And if they would have played Nicol Bolas from the start, they wouldn't be spending that mana every turn to get that extra damage in.
Jeez, Tammy off the top too. Tammy off the top against double Nicol Bolas is
I think you just escape. I guess. Oh, if the wait. Oh no. Oh no. If they leave a blue up, they could have Uro'd.
Yep.
They didn't leave a blue up. Are we just getting Kethis back? So that's fine? We're casting Kethis? Alright, that's fine, right?
It's fine. I'm not really excited about it.
I kind of would have preferred to have Uro in play, right?
Yeah, I'm not as excited as I am about Uro. I feel like they're just going to mill themselves.
Oh, do they have enough mocks that they're going to get to do both?
They have 2 mocks.
If they have Jace in their deck, they could potentially win here, right?
That's true, yeah. Jeez, are they gonna win from this spot?
They might win from this position.
So you get to lob, yeah.
There's only 15 cards in their deck?
Jeez.
That's Ashiok. So Ashiok not only mills them more, but Ashiok's gonna flip the opponent's exile the opponent's graveyard, right? All these Kroxas are about to go away.
They're moving really fast here.
Yeah,
so
I think this is I realize I have lethal movement here.
3 mocks now.
Yeah,
total.
the third mox probably does it. We might have also there's also a very real possibility that Jace isn't in their deck post board. I forget exactly how they sideboarded. I know when I play this Kethis deck, I often board out the Jace in the aggro matchup.
They're just dead. Wow. I actually can't believe this is about to happen. They're gonna kill them from 20 this turn.
Are they? Do they have enough, or did they miscount? Because like their Jace is gone.
Oh, they don't have a Jace.
So like the Jace is gone. Do they have to cast this thing?
So they have to target their opponent now. Yeah.
They have to cast this thing
3 more.
4 more times, right?
4 more times, yeah.
It's like, do we have enough legendaries in here for that to be a thing? They were moving really quick there at the start, and I haven't counted it. They have 3 mocks. This might be enough. We'll see.
The legendaries looks tight though.
Yeah, the number like what we see on screen now is all of their legendaries, right? Because they're out. Their deck is empty. So they need to cast it 3 more times. They pie through. I don't believe they can win, right? They're just like don't have enough legendaries.
I'm trying to see again once they pop them back up.
They exile these 2. Their moxes pop back up. They have are they exactly enough?
They have exactly enough, I believe.
Is it exactly enough? It's gonna be real close. They might have exactly enough exiling mox in the last run through.
Correct. Yes.
Man, if they counted that out, I definitely like that. The 4 counting on that if they get there.
Count.
I don't know. I don't think they have it. There's 3 more things in their bin, right? So they like activate this. They go exile Ashiok, exile Oath. I think they're realizing they're short. I think they're 1 short, right?
Oh man.
Because like they do this, maybe they exile the mox on the last one because they have a floating mana.
Yeah, I was saying that exile the mox.
They have a floating mana, so they do this. They get to black. They cast the Oathakaya. No, I think they're short.
Go to 1.
I don't know if I'm more excited for them to have it exactly or for them to be short. I haven't figured it out. It's one of the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 1 card short. They need a mana and they need the Oathakaya. They are 1 card short. Holy crap! We're gonna get a game 3.
Excavator can attack to put them to 1. That's
yeah. They can attack. The Kethis is summoning sick. The Kethis is summoning sick, chat. The Excavator can attack and they go to 1. Just 1 card short, 1 damage short.
Way.
Like, good God. Like I said, that would be an incredible amount of forethought.
Holy
if they had counted out exactly, like, good golly. They didn't mill their opponent either, right? Steve still got cards in his deck? Yeah, Steve still got cards in their deck. Like, they're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're done here. Just like off by 1 in 2 different directions. Wow. Steve just has to pass the turn. Whew! Wow.
Oh man, that is absurd.
Yeah.
Absolutely absurd.
Do they bring the Jace back in for the 3rd game?
Yeah, I'd say.
Do they? I mean, I don't think you're supposed to. I think it's right to board it out. Ooh.
It's so hard. I think the answer is no. It's just like a weird case. Gosh. That was a game.
The Grixis player finally has a keepable 7.
Yeah, and this is a 6er from the Kethis combo.
Decent hand for the Kethis combo. Decent 6.
Gosh, to get to 1, 2, 3 here. Oh boy.
Yeah, really solid curve. I kind of expect to see Lava Coil happen here. Love it. If Steve goes 3-4 this game, it's going to be a tough game for the...
Yeah.
A tough game.
Yeah, he's got to hit here, or they have to hit. I mean, Legion's Head's not bad. It gets the pressure off the table, I suppose.
One thing to keep in mind too, folks talking in chat about play. I appreciate everybody's being respectful. I'm watching for that. Remember, these players have been playing all day. We've been live for 8.5 hours. These players have been playing Magic for almost 9 hours today. The Kethis combo is not a straightforward deck. Lot of things to be counting at every point. As you saw me talking through their plays last game, I was unsure what exactly they were going to end up at throughout the course of it. Double Hidden Hand.
Yep.
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 Yep. You just run them down? You ignore the Tameo and go for the 3?
I don't think you can ignore Tameo.
I mean, like, the Tameo's going to gain 8.
9. Or
It's
11,
gonna gain
excuse me.
8. Like, you could almost kill them, right? Like, if you put them to 11, you're attacking for 8 next turn. They're dead in 3. It's so close.
God, that's hard.
I guess there's a Diligent Excavator in the bin. No, we exiled that. We Lava Coiled it. Okay, so there's no... Yeah, the graveyard is pretty meaningless at the moment.
Yeah, playing a game of chicken against Tamiyo is not great, but I think I would probably attack the face for 11 and just try and get him dead.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it, Steve. Don't split the difference. No. Oh,
Whatever you do, don't split the difference.
This is... Generally speaking, splitting the difference is like one of the worst possible things you could do because, like, explicitly here, the Tamiyo can still minus. Like, if splitting the difference put the Tamiyo off for down tick, I would be okay with that. But the fact that we just, like, effectively gave up 2 damage for no meaningful change of the Tamiyo is huge. No, are we not casting the Uro? What world am I living in that we're not casting this Uro?
Oh, they can... Oh, I'd say they can copy it with those zombies.
Wow, we're not casting the Uro. Okay, I am surprised at that. Do we think we're comboing next? I feel like the reason to not cast the Uro is if you think you're comboing next turn. But, like, their graveyard's not even that good, right? Like, there's an Ashiok and the 4-drop in it.
Oh, boy.
Well, we get to kill Tamiyo this turn now, right? So you get to send one at Tamiyo, Embercleave that bird.
We don't even have the Embercleave here, right? You can just...
No, you want to get the Embercleave into play. Because if you Embercleave kill the Tamiyo this turn, next turn you can pump the bird that has the Embercleave on it and kill them.
That's fair. Gosh. All right.
Hey, good. Congrats on your run, Sirius. You actually weren't the last Nexus player, so we'll have to see how Panda does.
All right. What kind of shenanigans are about to happen here?
All right, this is it, right? You gotta try. Oh, Jeskai Planeswalkers is out, Maddie.
That's sad. That's sad.
Jeskai Planeswalkers is out. Oh no.
Why are all the good guys gone?
And hey, Matt, this is actually going to work out where the pair up 1, so we have a 9-0 player. So they're going to get the 9-0 player will get the bye.
Great. What is this? Tashar? We're about to do some stuff here. Is this Kethis combo deck about to win again?
No way. No way.
Dude, I'm feeling it.
There's no, do they have a Mox yet? That Ashiok needed to hit a Mox, right?
That's fine.
You know, no Mox means not good enough. Oh wait, Uro gets a thing, right?
Yeah, they're alive.
Uro gets back Uro!
Yeah,
Uro gets back Uro! What is love? Baby,
Stupid.
don't hurt me.
They're still alive
hurt
forever.
me no more.
They might never die.
Alright, so they need an untapped land on the Grixis side. Grixis player needs an untapped land.
Yes? Question mark. I don't think that's
Survey
enough.
says, Papi! Look
No
at that.
way.
Grixis moving on to 8-1 here, it looks like, right? That's exactly 6. No, they have a chump blocker. They have a chump blocker. Sorry.
Yeah, they have a chump blocker.
Pause. We forced the chump block at least. I think you just forced the trade.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put game's not over yet.
And
Kethis has a shot.
12.
We needed that was the floor. Okay.
Or excuse me, 14.
The Kethis deck gets to mill a lot. Oh god.
Dude, I think the Kethis deck's gonna win.
Oh no. Oh no. I feel so bad. I tried to call it early and this is my fault. The Kethis deck gets to mill like 800 cards here.
They're gonna go through an entire deck.
They need Mox. Mox is the card you're looking for. They need Mox Amber. They have not found it yet. Was there a small misstep here? They tapped too much blue mana. Were they supposed to tap Temple Garden to cast that Diligent Excavator? Because Temple Garden doesn't really cast cards in their hand, right?
Yeah, they need Ruinous Blast, but they only need one source for that.
Oh, they just get to Ruinous Blast.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, the game's over, dude.
The game is over. Yeah, you're right. Wait, what? No, stop it. Okay, so they're going to try and win. Their game plan is they're gonna win.
I'm really confused.
Man, if they miss,
I'm really confused.
I am really confused too.
Oh, the Kai kills this idiot thing.
Yeah, but like you're dead to another Phoenix with this line, right?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know
I
what we're
feel
doing here.
like. Oh, you're no. Oh wait, the Ruinous Blast doesn't exile the Phoenix regardless, or doesn't exile the Cleave regardless. I was thinking the Ruinous Blast would exile the Cleave, but it doesn't.
No, it's just no.
It doesn't.
This
Okay,
idiot.
yeah.
This is fine. 3.
Man. Yeah. Wow. I think the Kethis deck is actually going to take this, huh?
Oh, well, now there's an Ashiok.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just on board, there's 6 power, right?
That's
Oh,
fair.
I guess they have Mire Triton?
They have Triton and a Nicol Bolas.
Something that's cute here to note, like, because Pai also has an Ashiok, we see Steve mill them, because putting cards in Steve's graveyard doesn't do anything for him.
Yeah. It's like, damn. God.
Well, there's double Mox. There's double Mox, and they have another Ashiok in their hand here. We could see Kethis go off here. Oh god, you get the other Excavator back. To charge is being completely disgusting.
It was one of the worst.
I'd be very surprised if the Kethis combo loses from this spot.
Yeah, this is one of the craziest
third
matches
box
I've ever
there.
watched. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Really, really good set.
This Kethis combo deck is super powerful.
Yep, for sure.
I am not smart enough to play this deck.
The speaking of, I can pull it up. What's the new cat called? Is it Lumos?
Lurrus?
No, not Lurrus is the otter. What's the 2/2 that casts a thing from your graveyard?
Lurrus. Lurrus. Is that what you're talking about?
Isn't that the otter?
No, that's Lurrus is the cat. Is that the one you want?
It's Lurrus. Lurrus Tindring. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm dumb. This card. This card is about to go in this Kethis combo deck, and it's gonna be excellent. You can Kethis this into play. You don't play it as a companion. You just play 3 or 4 copies of it in your deck.
Yeah.
And like this lets you cast Mox, and it lets you cast Diligent Excavator out of your graveyard.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's all business.
Yep. Like this card. This card's gonna be a big upgrade. All right, and we see after a tight game 3 there in a way the Kethis deck kind of won 3-0 there, right?
Yeah.
Like the game they lost, they kind of threw it away.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
It was a good set overall, for sure.
Wow.